Hello everyone, I'm Elizabeth Shaw and this channel is all about the narcissistic personality disorder and different ways to recover from narcissistic abuse. To give you more understanding of what you've been through and reclaim your reality and more understanding of the things that you need to do now to take back control over your own life. This video is about walking on eggshells, what this is, the effects that it has on you and how you can deal with this now. Walking on eggshells is the term used when you are being slowly manipulated and groomed to tiptoe around somebody else for fear of reactions, fear of anger or fear of abandonment. You slowly begin to hide your real self, your emotions and your true feelings and opinions to please the other person. It is a subtle form of abuse by coercive control over you. It's slowly grooming you on how you should behave around them. Walking on eggshells is what a narcissist target will do, most often unconsciously over a long period of time in order to protect themselves from further abuse. Usually when you can still not quite work out the situation that you're in or that you're in an abusive relationship, be it a parent, a friend, a partner, you slowly lose your own values, your own beliefs and your own boundaries. And potentially if it was a parent, you might not have built these up in the first place, leading you to get in to narcissistic relationships when you're older and accepting their behaviour as normal, which you should have never accepted as a normal. But without the awareness of how you should be treated, it's difficult to see what's happening. Most of the time, we don't even realise we are being abused. Most abusers will create an environment of insecurity, instability, confusion and fear. And every now and again, remittingly, they'll play nice just to confuse you even more so that they gain full power and full control over you. They can, with the idealisation phase, treat you better than anyone ever has, to then treat you worse than anyone ever has, just to keep you more confused, and they put you in like a trance, and it's your job to fight your way back out of that trance and reclaim your reality. We end up walking on eggshells to please them. Some examples are, number one, if you're afraid to cause an argument for fear of reactions, fear of abandonment through the narcissist past silent treatments, which they then just turn around and blame on you. You blame yourself. They project all their faults onto you. So you get told that you're not good enough, that you're crazy. And you never end up getting your own feelings validated, just crushing your self-esteem all the more. Number two, fear of receiving anger from them or passive-aggressive reactions. So if you want to question them about something, or even for some people, for going out because you want to go out with friends, for fear of the anger that you might receive from them, or even the fear of the silent treatment that you might receive from them, you stop doing the things that you enjoy and start tiptoeing around the narcissist. Number three, fear of making a noise that might disturb them, because you never know what their reaction might be. So if it's something like, for me, hoovering up in the morning, it's a routine that I'd always done, and it was the time of the day where I could get it done. Yet I had to alter that to suit the narcissist because they didn't like the noise of the hoover. So you could no longer hoover up when they were in the house for fear of reactions, for fear of silent treatments, for fear of the incredible sulk. But they will use what is about you specifically that you like to do to get you to conform and break down your boundaries, break down your routine and slowly lose who you are. Number four, fear of dressing how you want. Now, a overt narcissist will probably come out with something straight to you like, you look fat in that, Whereas a covert narcissist will come out with things more like, are you really going to wear that? The covert doesn't directly point it out like the overt. Both ways, though, still plant those seeds of doubt within your own mindset, so you even start dressing differently. Number 5, fear of not responding to their messages or phone calls instantly, as you know that there'll be consequences if you don't answer them straight away, and that you'll get questions of why you didn't, where were you. It's with a narcissist, it's basically a case of they say jump and you say how high. Number 6, you're afraid to live your life and be exactly who you want to be, again for fear of how the narcissist might treat you. Number 7, fear of asking other people for help in case they either don't believe you or don't understand you. Number 8, fear of not making their meals right for the reactions you might receive from them. Some will throw them in the bin, some will throw them across the floor, some will throw them straight at you. Number 9, fear of going out with friends. So you slowly end up becoming cut off and isolated from people, either because they cause arguments before you go or when you come home, or the silent treatment. They may use triangulation. Things like, they don't even like you anyway. Why would you go out with them? They only talk about you behind your back, which again is just another form of manipulation and another form of triangulation to keep you isolated, to cut you off from friends and family, and to keep you going back to them for the reality check. Once you're out, you might still suffer from some of these, as they have been programmed into your subconscious, so that you now think like this automatically. So your fear of reactions from others who wouldn't react to you in an abusive way, you no longer dare speak up for yourself. You might find yourself saying a sorry to people a lot more than you ever used to. You have to begin to focus on your freedom now, even if it's things like turning your music up loud when you please, phoning that friend and getting out there, putting your phone down and not answering that phone, and telling yourself that you are safe now. The effects that walking on eggshells has on you are, number 1, the anxiety. You may now fear the phone ringing or a message coming through, even though that's your past and not your present, as your mind's, as I've said, been programmed to respond that way to the phone. Again, fear of speaking up for yourself with people who are not abusive in case they react. Fear of saying no to other people. You might become a people pleaser, or you might have already been a people pleaser to protect yourself from judgment. Number 2, loss of self-esteem from the criticism and the put-downs that the narcissist has drip-fed you over a long period of time. Number 3, feeling completely shut off from the outside world and others, no longer being able to connect with other people or to express yourself or your feelings. Number 4, constantly apologising to other people. Number 5, listening to your inner critic, and your inner critic actually sounding like your abuser and constantly putting yourself down. So now is your inner critic telling you, well, not to do that, don't wear that. Do I really need to do this right now? Do I have to go out and meet these people? It might not be you that's actually speaking. It might be that ex or your parents that's in your mindset still that you need to shift back out. Number 6, loss of personal self and freedom due to the anxiety or CPTSD. No longer wanting to do things for you, as you've been programmed to ask the narcissist for permission first, or avoiding things full stop, as you've got a feeling of how people may react, even though those people might not react that way. number 7, fear of speaking up for yourself. So what can you actually do about this now to take back control of your life? Number 1, if you're still in the relationship, start working on a safe plan to get out and get out safely, and be careful. Try to get as much money together as you can. Try to get any passports, birth certificates, important documents. Try not to let on to the narcissist that you are leaving, because you never know how they can react, and work on a safe route to get out. Number 2, start working on yourself. So some are dangerous. I really wouldn't recommend doing it in front of them. If you're working on a plan to get out, then try not to do too much in front of them, because you never know what reaction you'll get. But once you are out, start to express yourself again. Your own personal likes and dislikes, your own needs, your own wants, your own desires, your own hopes, your own dreams. Rebuilding those dreams to who you want to be. Number 3, surrounding yourself with positive, happy people who are happy to show you any and all emotions, and happy to accept your emotions, and want to help you out and lift you up, and have that give and take in the relationship. And it will set you free to start doing the same and believing in yourself that you can be like that again. Number 4, creating new boundaries. If something doesn't feel right to you, you need to say no, and you need to stick to your no. To protect yourself, you must enforce these boundaries. No becomes a great deal breaker when meeting new friends, making new relationships. Number 5, create new core values and standards of the things that matter to you and the things that are important to you, and live by those new values and those new standards. Number 6, choose to surround yourself with those who raise you up and walk free from all those that drag you down. You need to cut off any negative, toxic and narcissistic people and remove them from your life as much as you possibly can. 7, keep asking yourself, who am I, or who do I want to be? And keep going until you find the answer. The answer is within you. You've just got to find it, and you can. Number 8, actually reconnect with old friends. Those good ones will be understanding. Ask yourself, if this was one of your friends and they'd come up to you with your story, would you want to help them? Because most people would definitely want to help, and you most likely would definitely want to help. So some of your old friends, some of your old family that you may have been cut off from, they will want to help you. So take the chance, go and speak to them. You've got nothing to lose. If you're not friends with them in the present moment, you've got nothing to lose, because if they're not interested, those people are not for you. And you're not friends with them now, so it doesn't matter. But you do have everything to gain, because potentially they might reach out and want to help you. So try and reconnect with old friends and family. Number 9, take those baby steps. It's the only way, just to keep going each and every day. You're allowed to take a step back or a step sideways. There's nothing wrong with this at all. You've just got to dust yourself off and go again. You've got to start crawling your way out, and then wobbling your way out, walking your way out, and then running your way out until you hit the point that you are free. And life is full of ups and downs. Life, it is part of life. It has ups and downs. It happens. But try and focus on the things to be grateful for. Try and focus on the things to be positive for. Stay strong and keep going. People have recovered from this before you, and you can recover from this too. Please add anything in the comments that you think helped you or might help other people. I do hope these videos are helping. Add in the comments anything you would like further information about that you believe you might need help on. Thank you very much for listening. Bye.